never called me a fat ass Kelly Price.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fat People with Opinions. I'm your host, Isaiah.
And I am your other host, Taylor. And I'm sorry that we didn't have a show last week. Life comes at you fast sometimes, and that's what happened to me. It punched me straight in my face.
Why is she so aggressive? I'm sorry, okay? Not.
I'm sorry. Because I know how it feels. Like, I listen to podcasts, and they're part of my routine.
Same.
So I know what it's like when, like, one doesn't come when it's supposed to. The same with, like, TV shows that I watch when they take unsolicited breaks that they didn't say they were going to take.
Right.
And I'm like, well, what the hell? So I understand. And I'm sorry if we're part of your routine of some sort and you couldn't have us last week. We're sorry. I'm sorry.
She's sorry.
I'm also a little bit sick, so I apologize for that as well.
You will get a little bit of ASMR during this video when you hear her drink into her cup. But yeah, we apologize, but we're back.
We're still fat.
And
we still have fucking opinions. How have you been? Same.
You know what? I can't really complain, actually. Now that I think about it, I can't really complain. I had this realization about... I feel like I'm always complaining about my job. But I have to report back, from hell. I have to...
What we're going to call this segment? Tales from the Belly of the Beast.
Tales from the Belly of the Beast. I'm reporting back from the beast, bitch, because I was deep in the belly. I had this realization the other day of something that really irritates me about, like, working in kind of, like, a customer service call center-y environment.
Mm-hmm.
Like... I hate when people kind of break, like, I don't know if this is relates or this analogy makes sense, but when people kind of break the fourth wall of the interaction that you have between, like, me as somebody who's representing this company and you, someone who's calling in about some sort of grievance that you have or some sort of service that you need to have provided, like when you ask personal questions to me as a person on the phone, as opposed to asking me questions that are like
related to
the interaction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so let me stop talking around it and say specifically what I want to say. So here's the thing. This man called into my job, and this was a supervisor call. So already the situation is, high stakes, winner takes all, bitch. Like, we need to resolve the issue. It really wasn't that deep, but he felt like, this was the end of the world, the end of time. So I get on the line, and I forget what his specific issue was, but at some juncture in the conversation, he decides that he's going to stay on this recorded line. And I mean, I'm telling people that because we do record, so you have to release that information to the people. Think that when I say it's being recorded, that I'm like saying to them like, bitch, it's being recorded, so you better not say nothing crazy. No, it's literally being recorded.
And I have to disclose that to you.
Because if I don't, I'm going to jail. So I'm recording it to you. I mean, I'm letting you know that it's being recorded. And he like takes offense to that. He was like, well, if this is being recorded, I want to ask you this question. And he was essentially like, you do realize that like this job that you have is bullshit. Like...
Yes, but still niggas need to check, so...
And it's just like it's such a misplaced... Your energy is so misplaced.
Right.
Because if it is the case that you have this grievance that you want solved, it's clear as someone who's representing this company, where I am, I'm just a cog in this machine that is this corporation.
You're mad at me personally, but I didn't do anything to you. I am just on the call.
Right. And also, again, going back to it being misplaced... If it is the case that you think that I should not... Like, he thought he was giving me pointers. He was like, you do realize that this job is bullshit. I think that you should find something else, because his whole thing was that he feels like our healthcare... The way that our healthcare system is going, eventually my job is going to become obsolete, which I agree with, and I hope it does, because at the end of the day, like, what do I say all the time? I don't think people should have to pay exorbitant fees for healthcare, because you need healthcare in order to live. And this is somebody who works in that industry and has an income that's tied to that industry, who has these beliefs. So if I believe it, then I would hope that niggas who don't work in the industry would also believe it. Whatever. But he was like, oh, well, because the conversation has shifted to like a public single payer healthcare system, that these jobs are going to become obsolete, so you really should find another career. And it's such an interesting conversation, because it's like, even if it is the case... Is that my phone?
I think so.
Bitch, Hold on. Oh, my mother called me twice. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. What's up, mother? Oh, okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Alrighty, bye. Yes, food is in the microwave.
Amen.
I
I
have
feel like
meat.
that could have been a text message.
Girl, she struggles with the technologies, these mobile devices. Back to the conversation. So, even if it is the case that, say I were to internalize this message that you were giving me and say, you know what I'm going to do in this moment, right now, on this call, I'm going to leave my job. You do realize that somebody else is going to replace me, who is going to tell you the same thing that I'm telling you, because that's just what the current system is. So you telling me this, it does nothing for me, and I'm trying to understand what you think it's doing for you. Because it's like, to me, you think it's probably just like a dig. It's like, oh, I want to make the person who's on this line, who's just a representative of this company, feel bad about themselves for, again, being a representative of this company and acting in accordance with the policies. But it's like, at the end of the day,
It's
it
just like,
does nothing.
right.
It
It
does.
does nothing to further your situation at all.
Right. It's like completely misplaced. And if anything, it's like hard on, I mean, people probably aren't thinking about it this deeply, but it's like, think about the position that you're putting people in who are representing these companies. It's like they're in this kind of like strangleholds and that, like, they can't even be transparent about how they feel because their income is tied directly to their livelihood, is tied to how they present themselves on this recorded line as a representative of this company.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I can't really say, you know what, you right, our healthcare system ain't shit, and I do hope my job becomes obsolete, because that's how I actually feel, because I can't say
Right.
that because I have to make
I
money
still need a paycheck.
to live. And so you telling me that, you know, you telling me these things does nothing for the conversation. It was just irritating me, because I'm like, I'm in this position where I'm having to, I can't just not like go to work and have a 9 to 5 job. Like, I have to manage feelings and like manage emotions and participate in emotional labor and coddle people and pacify people, and then there's no
It's
kind
too
of
much.
regard for me at all on
Right.
this line. Like,
It's too much. It's
it's
too much.
it's way too
It's
much.
more than I'm being paid for.
Like, absolutely, absolutely. And so that shit really irritated me, and I was like, we need to really, working in like a call center customer service environment, people really need to understand that it's like, we are not the devil. Like, I do want to. We work in hell.
Yes, we work for the devil, but
we
we are
work.
not him.
We are not him. Trust me. I don't care about these white people's money. I don't give a fuck about them. That's not my money. Like, that's their money, and my income is tied to their ability. So it's like, specifically in the kind of job that I work in, don't. Your anger is misplaced. If you really have an issue with our system, you need to be calling your fucking politician, bitch.
Right.
Because I hope you're that girl. In the words of Idina Menzel, because I hope you're that girl. Because if it's the case that you're over here complaining to the low on the totem pole representative of the corporation that's sending you the bill for this procedure that you had, you need to be calling up your local, political representative and saying to them, "You do realize I just got this bill for $5,000
For going to the hospital because I needed help.
because I
Yes.
needed help. So I know you better be out there in DC representing some sort of single payer, some sort of way to address this problem."
Because I voted for you and you're supposed to represent me and I'm having this problem.
And not just, we can go right into my political rant too, bitch. Come on. But yeah, that was my experience. I'm sorry. How are you doing?
Not well.
It
There's
is
no
not
lot.
funny, but
My reactions be funny though. They be keeping me going.
girl.
But there are a lot of big changes happening in my life. It's not a lot. I'm lying. There's one big change happening in my life, but it's like a really big change for me anyway. Yeah. That's really all I want to say.
Okay. I understand. I'm here for you.
I do have a little game we can play in place of my catch up if you want.
That's fine.
I actually have 2 games. I'm going to give you the names of them and let you choose. But
Okay.
you have to choose from the names. That's it.
I don't want to play.
So one is called Snake Oil. I will tell you that it's the more like I have to put thought into this game. The other one is called Celebrity Super Fight.
Celebrity super fight, bitch, because I'm deprived. I'm bereft of any kind of
Okay.
mental ability.
So I have 2 cups.
Okay, so she's pulling things out of things, and I'm getting upset because I thought it wasn't going to require energy.
You have 2 cups. Let me turn the light on so we can see. In one cup are the names of celebrities and or like characters from TV shows. Mm-hmm. In the other cup are like attributes. Mm-hmm. I think it's like 8 celebrities. So we're going to each pick a celebrity and an attribute and then decide which one of them would win in a fight. And then we're going to keep going until we have one ultimate winner.
Okay, this is cute. Okay, come on. This is giving me what was that show, like that claymation show that used to come on MTV where they like it was where they like
Deathmatch or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah.
This is giving me that, but with loose leaf paper.
Yeah, I made these up myself.
On wide rule. Are you a wide rule or are you a college rule?
I'm a college rule, but I also write wide rule style on college rule paper.
because fat, everything has to be. Oh, I took both cups, by the way.
That's okay. We're just gonna have to pass it back and forth.
Because we're fat, everything has to be obese. Because I too.
Mine go together. I didn't mean for this to happen, but mine do go together.
They do. Oh wait, so then wait.
You pick one from each cup.
I don't remember which one I picked it from. Okay, so the game, I throw the whole game away. Okay.
Okay.
So then,
so who'd you get?
And
Aang from The Last Airbender.
The spelling of this is actually...
I didn't know how to spell it. There's a Y in there, I think, maybe.
No, it's Aang.
Oh. I put A-N-G. I was close.
Girl, I was like, Ange, big Ange, R.I.P. Okay, Aang, covered in Vaseline.
Oh. I got Beyonce. Has a bat named Hot Sauce in her bag.
I'm
Swag.
fucking dude. I'm really fucking That's a sign. I'm still pissed about these Adidas boxes and how none was sent to my...
To your address.
Okay. Because that jumpsuit bitch has my name. That jumpsuit...
Which one? There were a couple jumpsuits.
That burgundy one. I also wasn't mad at this orange, like, these orange shorts with the little pink stripe. I wasn't mad at that. I feel like that will really...
I liked the like oversized hoodie dress situation.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I actually really like that. Cute. That was cute. Okay, so wait, we pick from these two?
Yeah, which one would win in a celebrity
you
super
already
fight?
know who I'm picking.
You're picking Beyonce.
Always.
But hear me out. Aang is the last airbender and also
the Avatar.
The Avatar.
Beyonce is God. So I don't know.
Okay, I mean, you're not wrong. All right, well, Beyonce can win that one then.
Okay.
We'll keep a winner's circle over here so that we can keep going.
Okay, so then... Let me pick another one. Ooh, cheating, schemes, tactics.
All right, I got Kagome. For those of you who don't know, she was the helpless idiot on Inuyasha. She wasn't helpless nor an idiot. I mean, she was for most of the series.
I can't.
She screams in sonic booms.
Arya Stark
Ooh.
is a pacifist at heart.
Is she though?
This is giving me a poem, Lois of Keys. She was absolutely not. Absolutely.
Okay, so what does that mean though? That she doesn't really want to be in this fight right now?
I mean, you wrote these. I did not. I did not. So,
I feel like her being a pacifist at heart would mean that she doesn't really want to be in this fight right now. However, Arya Stark is a bad bitch and will fight if she has to. Mm-hmm. The question is, can she beat Kagome's sonic boom screams? Can a sonic boom kill you?
I feel like when I think of X-Men who have that power, those are the bitches that no, even Black Canary, because Black Canary has that power. Like she has to really watch how she uses it because you can really kill someone. Like you rupture somebody, like blow their brains out.
Right.
So yes, the answer to your question is yes. Okay,
So,
so
okay, if Kagome screams as Arya is coming towards her,
but she's not because she's a pacifist at heart.
at heart. So the thing would be that Kagome would have to go first. Kagome would have to strike first.
Which means she would die.
You right.
So then,
Okay.
boom.
So Arya.
Logic means that Kagome wins.
All right.
Everything is falling apart. Everything. Sailor Moon
Ooh.
has a sword made of Valerian steel. Okay.
Okay, Sailor Moon. I got Sasuke
Okay.
can summon the powers of the Black Panther.
That just really pisses me off.
Why?
I just got really mad. Because I really don't fuck with Sasuke. Like, I really could go on the whole rip because he just really irritates the fuck out of me because I just feel like this is somebody who really had everything handed to him and still managed to be like a fucking brat. Like, I can't, I mean, no shade, all his family died. And like his whole clan was completely obliterated in some sort of like almost like a political coup where they were trying to uprise in the village, and really it was their own doing that caused them to be obliterated by a own member of their squad. But it's like he's just insufferable. Like he just always has an attitude. He's never happy about the fuck anything, and then he is like a demigod in that he has the fucking what's it called? The Sharingan, and then he also has the Renegon. So it's like, if he's struggling to fight someone, then really, what is he there for? Because he has all of the benefits afforded to him, and he's always been that way, and that just irritates me because it's like, you have people like, and I really have grown to have a respect for Sakura because it's like this bitch really created a lane for herself, and it sucks that the writers really don't fuck with her like that. That they would make all her whole development about her infatuation with Sasuke, but it's like this bitch really like trained under one of the legendary Sannin. First of all, the bitch had to undergo a training where like she was essentially weak for like 3 years of her life and still had to go on missions. She still had to perform medical like surgeries and things, and she still had to fight niggas. Like she was essentially at a disadvantage because she had to accrue enough chakra to be able to do the jutsu that she ended up having. I'm going in right
She was
now.
the one that you showed me the video of, right?
The pink hair,
Yeah,
yes.
where you were like, she cannot die. Like the main thing that they're taught is that they cannot die because they're the ones that keep everybody else alive.
She literally has like if so in medical ninja in the squad, they are responsible for ensuring that nobody dies on their team.
Right.
And she cannot die. So
Right.
she
And
learned
not cannot in that like she's not able to die. It's like she has to keep herself alive.
because she
Her
has
one
to
job is to be alive.
because she has to revive the rest of the team, and if she dies, then everyone else is going to die. And it's like low key, I feel like if I was a Naruto, I kind of want to be a medical ninja because it's like those niggas really have to know shit. Like not only they have to learn like jutsu to keep themselves alive. So like offensive jutsu, defensive jutsu. They also have to learn medical jutsu. Then they also have to fucking learn like actual anatomy and physiology. So it's like, oh, I have to resuscitate. Bitch, I really will go in. Let me calm down. She literally, when Naruto was about to die, she on like a flying cloud of sand. The bitch cut open his chest and was squeezing his heart to keep him alive.
Come on. She was doing a
And then
cardiac massage.
and then was
the
performing
sky.
fucking CPR while they're on this fucking flying cloud to keep him alive. I'm done. And Sasuke, can fucking alter the time space continuum, but that's not the nor there. Okay, I'm sorry. Sailor Moon has a sword made of Valerian steel versus who?
Sasuke can summon
Sailor
the power.
Moon.
Valerian steel, yeah, okay. But like Valerian steel versus what is vibranium. Valerian steel versus vibranium. You think Valerian steel would win?
I'm sorry, I don't even know what he. Oh wait, he has the powers of and then
yeah.
bitch, this has the power of the Black Panther.
He literally
too.
got everything, is what I'm hearing.
Like he literally has all power. Like I can't. The power of the Black Panther too. Super strength. Mm-hmm.
vibranium claws, that vibranium suit.
I mean, but I feel like it's the Black Panther, so I feel like black, obviously.
Yeah,
So.
but it's Sasuke who is not. So
Right. I think he's supposed to be Asian. So, I mean, you know how they draw people. Let me shut up. So,
I mean, by that logic, Sailor Moon is also supposed to be Asian, right?
but Sailor Moon also is like the protector of humanity. So it's like she really is that bitch. Like she really is. She really has the power to save mankind and to alter.
I would say give it to Sailor Moon because women.
I was about to say feminism.
We value women. Okay.
So
Here, give me that one.
Sailor Moon won. Fuck Sasuke.
Right.
And then, so I feel like somebody could low key make the same argument about Naruto, but it's like at least Naruto went through trials and tribulations in his life and had to work for everything that he has. Whereas Sasuke was like born into a clan that was just by virtue of them existing was better than every other fucking clan. Like, I'm sorry. I'm really upset.
I got Denai Guerrera, who was Okoye in Black Panther, for those of you who don't know.
Yes.
And also, what was the girl's name on The Walking Dead?
Michonne.
Michonne on The Walking Dead. She has precision bow and arrow skills.
I mean, yes, probably. That's probably true. Winston Duke.
Also on Black Panther, he was M'Baku. Ooh!
Child, don't put me in that tribe. 'Cause it's going down.
It's going to be a big fight. Oh my gosh.
It's going down. Winston Duke is an all-star cheer tumbler.
Come on, cheer Tumblr.
This big body nigga
Yes.
out here flying,
Out here controlling his body in time and space. We love to see it.
cheering and tumbling.
This is a hard fight. I'm mad that these two got paired up against each other. But this would be a good fight to watch. I would enjoy it.
As would I. Denai has what? She has
Precision bow and arrow skills.
Denai.
That's her name, right? Denai?
But I'm saying she won. I don't care what anybody has to say.
Against Winston Duke? And his body is flying through the air.
He
She's
also
gotta
was in
hit
Us,
that.
but he's not the same character who was in fucking. This is Winston Duke, the actor. This
You're
is
right.
not-
You're right. But
this
I'm
is
imagining
Denai.
him flying through the air though. Like she's got to hit that with a bow and arrow. I guess she does have precision skills though. So
Because you added that adjective, which meant that she is able to hit.
precision. Yeah, you're right. Okay, deny.
Denai.
All right. So now we take these four and they go up against each other.
Okay, who do we have?
So we have Beyonce has a bat named Hot Sauce in her bag, swag, against Sailor Moon has a sword made of Valerian steel.
I want Beyonce to win.
Her bat is going to win against this Valerian steel sword. She can't just win because she's Beyonce. Like, first of all, can she fight? Second of all, can she fight Sailor Moon?
Yes,
Third
because
of
she
all-
also has a Solange, bitch, and Solange can fight all these niggas. Okay, we saw the tape. Run the tape.
Her wooden bat against this Valerian steel sword.
But did you see Solange in that orange dress and that little wig? She did not come to play. Okay, so I feel like she could be all them bitches. I don't. Yeah, Sailor Moon can win. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, and Kagome screams in sonic booms, and Denai Guerrero has precision bow and arrow
I think
skills.
deny, because she can just
She
kill
would
her
hit
before-
her before she screams, or hit her in the throat so she can't scream.
This is really violent. But yeah.
All right, final one is Sailor Moon with her Valerian steel sword against Denai with her precision bow and arrow skills.
Deny, because long range always beats close combat.
That's a really good argument. I don't have anything to go against that. So, okay. Denai Guerrero, you are the winner of
Well, not
Celebrity
always, but I
Deathmatch.
feel like, bitch, because you can't. I mean, if I snipe you from 800 million, this Valerian still does nothing if you're 8,000 feet away from me.
Right. But she's also Sailor Moon, so she's got all of her Sailor Moon attributes
No,
as
fuck
well.
that, bitch. What
Okay.
she gonna do? Transform and put on some nail polish?
That's some nail polish. She's going to put on her little flowy skirt and put her hair up into some pigtails.
Girl, I fucking love that little transformation though. I used to really go up for when they would do the transformations and then like the nails would come on, they would change different colors. So gay, but I love that shit. Okay. Okay, so what are we talking? That was fun. That was cute. You always have cute little fun games.
Thanks. I have one for next week for when we're ready too. Snake oil is an interesting game.
I don't want to play that because already I'm stressed.
It's kind of like, remember when I did the Shark Tank bit? When I was trying to sell you my inventions?
I don't want to play again. I don't want to play that because no.
It's not the same, but it's different, but it's not the same, which are the
Means
same
the
things.
same thing. It's different, but it's not the same, which is making me think that it is the same.
It's not.
I have no trust in what you're saying.
It's not. It's not the same.
Okay, so what do you want? You said that you would have had some interesting.
Yeah, so there's this like fashion trend that I want to be part of.
Also, this is the skitty of this week, or maybe it's whatever. We're talking about whatever we want to talk
It's
about.
a smorgasbord again this week. It's no longer skinny. It's fat. There's a fashion trend that I want to take part of, but I can't. One, because I'm fat, but also because I'm tall. So I want to wear an oversized hoodie that covers my butt, and then like chunky sneakers with dad socks, and that's it. However, I cannot find an oversized hoodie. Well, I have oversized sweatshirts, right, that fit like oversized hoodies, but they're not long enough to cover my butt. That's the issue. Is that I can't wear them without wearing pants. And even if I wear shorts, you can see the shorts. I just want it to look like I have on a very large hoodie and some chunky sneakers.
I need to see pictures of this because I feel like haven't seen this.
I have one. We'll put it on the Fat People Instagram so that you can see it too, guys. And by we, I mean I.
That was a read because she knows that I don't do anything related to the social media for this fucking podcast. She said by we, I mean, this is cute.
Right?
Oh, this is really cute. Oh, this is really cute.
And I want to participate, but I can't because I can't find the correct garment.
We can make this happen. We just need to find, where did you get the sweatshirt from? We just need to get one in like a really big sweatshirt.
Yeah, but I feel like I would get like an 8X big and tall men's sweatshirt and it would fit me like a trash bag. Like it wouldn't fit like that, you know?
I mean, I feel like this is giving me trash bag. There's no shape.
It's not the shape that necessary, but I don't know. Maybe it's just in my mind, a men's big and tall sweatshirt doesn't look like that, you know?
I mean, I've been watching sewing tutorials lately on YouTube, so I feel like I low-key could alter this if A, I had a sewing machine, and B, I actually have sewn something before. But I feel like I could do it. To really like take it in at the side so that it just like goes straight down from.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking that a men's big and tall sweatshirt wouldn't do. It would like maybe flare out or like round out, and I don't want that. I want it to look like that picture.
Because I think the thing with hers is that like it's only a few inches away from like where her body just goes straight down at. Like like from her breast line, it like goes kind of to like a couple inches away from there widthwise and then goes straight down lengthwise. So you just, because I feel like with the men's big and tall, it's also going to be like round.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why it doesn't look, the picture in my mind in a men's big and tall sweatshirt does not work the way that this works.
I mean, but we can try it on and see if we can make it work.
And I have the right like hair for this and everything.
Because it also would be cute if you did like an oversized sweater and then wore like a fanny pack or like belted it and then wore shorts.
This is not as good picture, but
same idea. Cute. Oh, that's really cute with the dad socks. And I live for a platform sneaker.
Same.
I really do.
But I'm already so tall, so it's like, what am I doing?
Girl, Jack and the Bean stalk. You hear what I'm saying? We are members of the Tall Committee. When I tell you I have been having some fashion woes myself, when I tell you I have absolutely no pants.
Yeah, I wanted to check in on your pants situation.
When I tell you everything is falling apart at the seams, like I have absolutely no pants, and it's really getting on my nerves. And I don't even understand because it's like I don't know if my body is just like changing in a way where I need fabrics, textiles, and materials to really do the unthinkable. I just need them to do the unthinkable. And by unthinkable, I mean stretch into the oblivion. Like, I need them to be able to cover the massive expanse that is my body. And if they're not doing that, like, I just recently bought some pants from Amazon, and they're really, really cute too. I got some camo, like they're camo, they're pink, white, and black camo pants, and they have like a drawstring at the bottom, so you can wear them like kind of like a straight leg pant where it just like goes straight from your knee and then flows all the way down, or you can because you can make it so that they gather at the ankle, which is I'm trying to lean into that like military inspired look, but they're pink, white, and black, which I'm obsessed with already. But the issue is that I was like, okay, well, let me see what size I'm going to get. So originally, I was going to get the 38 to 40 because the way that the pants are made is that it covers those two sizes, because what you can do is it comes with like a waistband or like you can make the waist smaller because it has like these adjustable straps. And I was like, oh, okay, but I kind of wanted them to be high waisted because belly. So we want to kind of, soften the blow of that. So I was like, okay, well, we're just going to mosey on over that. So I was like, okay, let me get this in I think I got a 40-42. Got these pants, and this is why you really need and this. I've been really researching textiles lately to really figure out the things I need for my garments, because if I would have read the description of this fabric, I would have figured out that this shit has no fucking stretch. Like, this material is not moving. Like,
And if it doesn't stretch,
it's not going to work. And the thing is, they fit, and I like them. And they're cute, and I have all these cute ideas for them. But I'm like, I would like these pants more if there was some sort of elastic lycra spandex in the pant, and there's not. So what I would have to do is next time is size up if I want them to truly fit the way that I want them to fit. But they're cute though. I might wear them this weekend. But
okay.
I just need pants.
Work pants.
Yes.
Yes.
And all my other pants that I have are like club pants, in that they have rips in them, they have holes in them, like, and I can't wear those to work. So all the pants that I wear to work have to be very basic and minimal, and I'm struggling to find. I don't trust these brands. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not one of. We already had this conversation. I really struggle with, like, what is it called, buyer's anxiety with purchasing clothes online, specifically because it's like, as a fat person, I need to know what this feels like before I purchase it.
Yeah.
And like, I really risked my life with these pants, but they were so fucking cute. I was like,
risking my life.
I had to purchase them, but I really need to know with, like, but I think I may have found a brand. I don't know if I'm going to say them yet, but I think I may have. I'm going to say it, and then you can just cut. I don't care. I might gonna get some pants from.
Oh yeah. You told me about them.
Yes, because they also have like. I also appreciate fat plus size clothing that also caters to tall people, because it's like, I mean, I don't know. I know, a couple of smaller size wise, like height wise fats, but a lot of fat people I know are tall as shit. So it's like, bitch, who is making clothes with an inseam that's like a 27, 29?
Right. Why are all of my pants crops? Why are they all capris? What's going on here?
High waters, poom poom shorts. Like, I need the inseam has to be at least a 32. Like,
For pants, yes.
then if it's not, then it's not going to work. And I feel like, at least with they do have like they go up sizes. Like, I think they go up like a size 26 online. And then their inseam, you can do like a regular short or long.
And I didn't know that had a plus size range at all. One, and that it was as good as it is until very recently.
Well, I don't know. I should do a review.
I mean, I don't know like textile wise. I mean, like, as good as it is going up to a 26.
Right.
Because a lot of plus size, like, in style jeans and stuff online and in store only go up to maybe a 22.
Maybe, yeah. I know. I think that's the largest that Forever 21 goes up to.
Yeah, that's the largest that Fashion Nova goes up to as well.
That's wild. And I haven't purchased men's pants from Fashion Nova yet, so I'm really scared about that. I mean, I really haven't purchased any. Only thing I purchased from Fashion Nova is that jumpsuit, and even that is like,
It was cute.
it's cute.
Mm-hmm. We could see that. It was
Not
cute
this,
though.
not this. It was cute. It
Mm-hmm.
was cute. Not the silence after that.
It was cute.
It was cute, but
I like the way that you styled it with the boots and you needed a beret
girl, and that would have really
and the
set
fanny pack.
it would have really set the girls off. I was really giving you. You remember fucking Hardy Boys from WWF?
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, I was really giving you that. I was really giving you, military inspired jumpsuit. I wore it to the club last weekend, and the girls were gagging. The
Come
girls were
on.
definitely gagging.
You
But
didn't wear it with the right shoes because they was here.
I have another pair of Doc Martens. Just a regular basic black pair. Those were the first pair I bought. When I tell you Doc Marten is my favorite brand, they're my favorite brand. I have at least like 6 or 7 pairs of
They're
Doc
really
Martens.
cute. I want a pair of platform white ones, but they are expensive.
They're, girl, they're definitely expensive. I want a pair of basic like black platform ones, and I low key want them to do like a double platform, so I can really give the girls
Height.
and really gives the girls disco. Like that's what I want. But those are my fashion woes. I just need pants that stretch.
I also want an over the knee boot with either a block heel or like not heel that is wide enough to go over fat people legs.
Yes.
Cause I haven't found Torrid has a really good wide leg boot selection. They never have my size in the one pair that I really want. And also they're all wide width like in the shoe, which I don't need. So I'm gonna have to wear like 2 pairs of socks inside the boot because my feet are gonna be slipping inside and inside. Just for it to go around my leg.
I'm over having to make things work, bitch. In the words of Tim Gunn, like we consistently as a fat, marginalized group have to make things work. Like we can't just purchase something and it be fine. Like I have to really like become, the seamstress as well as the designer and figure out how to convey the look that I want to convey with limited resources.
Right.
Like,
because for my birthday, which is coming up, my Cash App will be in the description, guys. Send me birthday money.
girl,
I wanna. That was the Lord smiting me for asking y'all for money. I want to wear that pink dress that I wore last year because I didn't get any pictures in it, and some over the knee black boots with like my hair up in a high Ariana style ponytail.
What do you want to do for your
and
birthday?
Black lips. I don't know. I want to go out, I think, but I'm not sure. I also want to get myself like a hotel room with a really nice bathtub and take a bath with a bath bomb and drink some wine in the dark by myself.
There was a lot that just transpired in those last 20 seconds that you just said. I'm like, wait, when did we go to that one hotel?
That was my birthday. I don't know if that was last year or the year before. It was
the year before, right? It was really nice. They have a bar on the top of that hotel.
Yeah, on the roof.
I went there again. And because I was in the lobby and I was like, I've been here before.
Was it cute?
It was cute.
Because I think I might do that for my birthday. I might get myself a cute little room with a bathtub.
Was
and
it
then just hang out at the bar.
to stay there?
It was it's expensive the week of my birthday, but I'm thinking of going the week after because that's pay week 1. And it's a little less expensive. For one night, it's like $230.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And I mean, I don't know if you were like wanted people to go with you or you just want to go by yourself, but
last year the year that we went, I dropped like a stack on that weekend for the hotel. It was wild. I don't know what's going on the week of my birthday, but all of the hotels are fucking ridiculous.
President's Day? When is your birthday?
The 22nd. It's Washington's birthday, but like, who cares?
When is President's Day? That's the week after this week.
That might be my birthday then. Is this week Valentine's Day? No. Yes? No.
Then next week, next Friday is Valentine's Day. Yeah. President's Day is the 17th. Bitch. Okay. I'm sorry. We had a whole conversation about something that wasn't related to anything.
I mean, but I don't. I would enjoy if you came to like party, but I think I want to be in the room by myself.
Okay.
Have like a care for Taylor day.
As you should. Let's do that. That sounds fun. So then we can have a good little. Do you have any idea of where you want to go for the night hours? No.
But that's I mean, we can do a couple things because the week of my birthday's on a Friday or a Saturday, I can't remember. So we can go out that day. It's the following week that I'm getting the hotel, so we could also go out that weekend.
Okay. Okay. Girl, you're talking to the right one. I'm always here for a drink and a night out.
I'm going to be into it more, I feel.
Come on. What are we talking about? Fashion?
Didn't you say you had like a political thing you wanted to do?
I'm sorry. I feel like I've been talking this whole episode. But I am mad. It's not even I'm mad. I'm just so irritated with with the political discourse currently. Like, I mean, obviously this is not like an overtly political show, but fuck it. This is our show. We're going to talk about the things that we want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm someone who watches a lot of like left. I mean, everyone knows that I'm like a left, obviously not even left leaning bitch, left falling. Like, let's be clear, I am knee deep in the left, and I watch a lot of like left podcasts on YouTube and a lot of left like broadcasting people on YouTube. And recently, I've been obsessed with the Majority Report, and
Yeah, we shouted them out a couple episodes ago.
I love them. I really do love them. And I was just having this realization after watching like some of their like interviews with libertarians and some of their coverage on like kind of like conservative ideology and that kind of stuff. And what's just fascinating to me is that in our current political moment, as we think about the Democratic primary, right? And you're seeing like kind of this conflict between people who lean more, what I would argue, conservative, who are still voting Democrat, who are still running as Democrats, people who are like in the center, corporatists, and then people who are progressives. At least what you see emerging, and I'm giving all these people credit. At least what you're seeing emerging on the Democratic primary is like a conversation about policy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there seems to be an acknowledgement of like societal ills, societal issues, societal problems, and then trying to figure out. Although obviously everyone knows I'm more of a progressive, and I'm going to align with their policy prescriptions related to addressing those problems. There is a conversation on how to attack the problem, or how to address the problem, how to resolve the problem, right? Or seemingly there is one. So there's people who are thinking like, in the case of healthcare, there's like, okay, there's single payer or a public option that doesn't really do much in terms of changing our current system, because if there's a private insurance company, they'll just undercut the single payer system. So then it's putting more burden on the single payer system, and then it ends up just kind of like defrauding the entire program. Where there's also like universal health care, I mean, like Medicare for all, which is something that I think would be beneficial. And then there's like Medicare buy-in or Medicaid buy-in. So there's all these different policy prescriptions that you're seeing emerging from the Democratic discourse currently. Tell me what the Republican one is. Like, I need people to tell me. Tell me what the conservative answer to the issue of our healthcare system. And it seems like we're collectively realizing that there's problems in the world, and specifically in America, related to like the student debt crisis, climate change, healthcare, the criminal justice system, criminal justice reform. And at least Democrats are making it a point to acknowledge the problem and then try to figure out a solution to resolve it using their government platform. Some more than others, some are just, puppets of corporations, but at least there's acknowledgement of an issue. Republicans, I think, for the most part, acknowledge these issues, but don't have any interest in actually doing anything about it.
Right.
It's like everything is reduced to everything is reduced to individual responsibility. So it's like the answer to the healthcare conversation is either what I'm kind of seeing is there are some conservatives who are like it's the answer is price reduction. There needs to be some regulation on prices and caps on how much services cost. But then even that is kind of counter to conservative ideology because they don't really believe in regulation and big
Right.
government.
All right. And I'm not even seeing any of that. What I see when I am having conversations with Republicans about healthcare and about certain other things, it's never a, well, here's what we can do to fix it. It's always a, well, it's better than it was when Obama was president, or it's better than it used to be, which is like, I'm not going to agree or disagree with you one way or the other, but that's not what I asked you
Right.
at all.
Right.
I don't understand how you
And
feel
what is
like that's an
better?
answer.
Right. That's not an argument. What is better? Better compared to what? It's better than when Obama was the president, but is it really?
And it might be better for you because you feel like being forced to buy healthcare is worse than not having healthcare.
And then let's also, for a moment, I'm sorry, I just have to spend a moment on this. I talk about healthcare on this fucking podcast a lot, but I'm going to just go on a little bit of a rant. I'm so over people making it seem like they have so much choice when it comes to their fucking healthcare. Because let's really keep it funky. First of all, if you don't work, I mean, if you don't get healthcare through your employer, what are your options? Because if you're buying, and this is, I mean, I have huge issues with the fucking Affordable Care Act. But if you're getting your insurance through the marketplace, that shit is fucking expensive
As hell.
and you're not even getting like full coverage. Like your out of pocket expenses are really really small. Like I remember I went in there with my current income and attempted to see how much it would cost, and it's like my premium would be like $300.
Yeah.
And then that's for like a Blue Cross Blue Shield bronze plan, and then I would still have like a $2,000 deductible.
Yeah.
That's if you don't get your healthcare through your employer. So then if you do get your healthcare through your employer, most of the time they already have contracts that they've established with these companies, and then they just have different plans under those contracts. So it's not like you can work for one employer and then say, okay, can I shop around at Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and fucking United Healthcare? No, it's probably the case that if you work for this company, they have a contract with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then 3 different plans underneath that. So it's like, and then even in that, in my line of work, it happens all the time where you think that something is covered and it's not. Like it's not covered under your plan, and then you end up having to pay this bill that you were not expecting to pay. So it's like,
On top of paying for your insurance.
and is that choice? What choice is that? Whereas you could pay more, the total cost of what you spend on healthcare will be less, even though your tax for what you pay, like your out of pocket in terms of your taxes, will go up. But your total out of pocket for what you spend on healthcare will go down, but you get more out of it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like with Medicare for all, they say that obviously your tax burden is going to increase, but really it's not this comparable to what you currently spend on healthcare, because it's like you're not having to pay a copay, you're not having to pay a premium, you're not having to pay deductibles, you're not having to pay anything at the point of service. You're just paying like the fee, which you're low key currently paying now in private insurance, but the fee is going to the government as opposed to an insurance company, and you're getting more out of it.
Right.
So don't have me being a surrogate for fucking Bernie Sanders on this bitch, but like, at least with that, like in what I just said, it's like we're able to have a conversation about a problem and how to address it, because everyone knows our healthcare system is fucking crazy. But the Republicans don't seem to be interested in doing anything about any problem.
Any problem at all.
Any problem. It's
Except
like,
for complaining about how it was handled by someone else.
so their answer to everything is less government and letting the insurance companies, I guess, have more power and more, and letting them do more in terms of determining what,
Which
our
is
level
so
of access.
wild because lower class and middle class Republicans will be the first one to tell you that they're paying too much for certain things, and then say, but we want less government we want less government involvement.
Intervention. Yeah, you were right. Intervening.
We want less government involvement. But then, like, okay, so you want to pay more for things is what I'm hearing, because the insurance companies with no oversight are going to charge you as much as they possibly fucking can.
Right.
They're not going to give you any type of handout. They're not going to give you any type of break. If they want to say, okay, well, your deductible is, or your premium is $500 and your deductible is 5,000, like that's what it's going to be.
Right. And that's some people's that's some people's plans. Like,
Imagine getting, like, I could not afford to get sick off of something like that.
and people don't really understand that, like, so when you don't pay a bill, depending on the facility that you have, the services rendered, there's like credit implications. Like if they send that bill to collections, that bill is going to reflect on your credit, and that could stop you from getting a home. That can stop you from like buying, like accessing things,
A lot of
a
things.
lot of things, because you need credit in order to be able to maneuver in the
Right.
society. So it's
They
like,
run your credit when you sign up for internet when you get a new house. They run your credit when you buy a car. They
right.
run your credit when you buy a house. They run your credit for everything.
Sometimes when you apply for certain jobs in certain industries, they'll do a credit check.
Right.
So it's like all these issues are interconnected in that you're literally limiting the livelihood of individuals by attaching these huge fees to healthcare, when it's the case that we could have a system where you don't pay at the point of service, so you're not having to receive that bill. It's just that there's going to be more money taken out of your check because we have the system. But it's like you're not going to be spending as much money on healthcare.
Right.
Total.
And it's like, yes, there's going to be more money taken out of your check, but you're going to need less money to do things, to live.
Right. Right. It's literally it is like people think that somehow the money that you spend on taxes is so much, it is a different value than what you spend on any other thing.
Right.
It's like like a dollar that you spend on taxes is the same dollar that you spend on healthcare.
Right.
Wouldn't you want to spend that dollar in taxes, but it means that you not have to pay for premiums, deductibles, copays,
Right.
co-insurances.
Because if your premium is $300 a month, that's what, $3,600 a month, plus your $2,000
I mean, a year.
a year, sorry, plus your $2,000 deductible. So we're talking about $3,800 a year. That much is
5,600.
wait, what?
Yeah, because if it's $300, wait,
$300 a month times 12 months is
36.
100.
Yes, plus the $2,000 deductible, 5,600. Yes, that you have
Oh, Jesus, I can't do math. Okay,
Sorry.
yes, that's $5,600 a month. I mean, $5,600 a year. That much is not going to come out of your check for Medicare. So all you have to do is get sick once, and it's paid for. Like,
Right. And it's like this basic belief that, like, when I think about the idea of like socialized medicine or like paying more in taxes, like putting the responsibility not on like one person but in terms of the collective, so like we're responsible for each other. I feel like that goes back to like this basic idea of like collectivism versus individualism. It's like I'm a firm believer in that, like, we all are on this planet together. We're all have to share this space. So why not work together in order to achieve higher quality of lives for one another?
Right.
Like, I have a responsibility to you as someone who is another human being who I have to maneuver my life around because we interact on the same land, in the same space. Your actions impact me. My actions impact you. Why wouldn't we work together to achieve a similar goal? In that we want everyone to be healthier. We want everyone to not be poor. Like, we want everyone to be able to access education. We want people to be able to access clean air, clean water. So it's like, I say all that to say.
and we can, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
But we can go ahead and debunk some of the Republican arguments to that right now, because I can already hear well, I shouldn't have to pay for health care for an illegal immigrant when they're not paying taxes. Because one, they pay taxes
Yes.
if they're working. And two, illegal immigrants are so much less likely to go and get medical care because they don't want to risk getting deported. So you're not paying for them, period. End of story.
And then also, people seem to think that going to the emergency room is the same thing as like getting care. That's
It's not.
Like,
At all.
That is not the same thing as getting care. And the emergency room is for what? Emergencies.
Emergencies.
Like it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be what you go to when you're really experiencing something that is like life threatening, debilitating, or you really don't have the ability to understand what it's doing to your body. So you need like immediate care. It's not supposed to replace like a primary care physician. And I mean, look,
Same with like clinics. Like it's I hate having this conversation. I hate it.
sorry, it's just was on my spirit because it's just annoying that like you see all this intellectual. I mean, and not all of it is intellectual, but at least you see there being like a debate coming from the left on what are the answers to addressing these specific problems that the world is facing. You do not see the same on the right.
At
It's
all.
just right now. It's just a group think surrounding Trump. Everyone's supporting Trump because he has this base that is like defining where the party is going, and whatever he says is gospel.
Which
But
makes no sense at all. Someone please explain it to me.
girl, and then it's like, what is he? What are his? He really doesn't seem like to. He really doesn't seem to stand for any real principles. It just seems to be what is something that like what kind of positive press that he gets surrounding his own like ideas at that specific moment, like positive reinforcement that he gets for his ideas at that specific moment. So it's like, what is the Republican answer to the student debt crisis? What they would say is, don't take out those loans. What they would say is what they would say to the healthcare crisis is
Don't get
don't get
sick.
sick. That's literally what they would say because everything is reduced to individual responsibility. You should take care of yourself better so you don't get sick, so you don't have to have health
But I
insurance.
literally cannot take care of myself if I don't have health care. Like, I have to go, in order to take care of myself, preventative care is necessary. Preventative care is going to my primary care physician for checkups. And I can't do that without health insurance because I have to pay out of pocket and that shit is expensive.
It's expensive. Like it's crazy expensive, and it's just annoying because you can't. To me, at this point, the
It's cheaper to die.
I mean, I was gonna say that
It's cheaper to just die.
that's depressing. But I'm gonna say at this point, it feels like, and it's just annoying because to me, looking at with how the conversation is happening on the left, we have, and I'm saying we have the high ground on literally every issue. Like when you start reducing things to policy, we have the high ground. Climate change, the right position is denial, denying science. That's not a winning argument,
At
bitch.
all.
At all. That's the right's position on climate change. The student debt crisis. The right's position is you shouldn't take out student loans. The left position is either we're going to do some sort of adjusting of interest rates. If you look at like what is his name, Julian Castro, one of his policy prescriptions, like subsidizing interest rates, or you're talking about a Bernie Sanders that's like free college
Wipe it all
and
out.
completely debt forgiveness. Like we have the moral high ground, the intellectual high ground, because it's supported and rooted in evidence. Everything, a lot of the policies that at least progressives are calling for. So it's like,
For Republicans and conservatives, it's if you can't afford the college, don't if you can't afford college, don't go to college. But that's
right,
because it's an elitist thing. Like my kids can afford to go to college, they should be the only ones who go. They should be the only ones who get to remain educated, whereas the poor should not. If you can't afford it, don't go. I'm not going to help you pay for it. When it's like I could be smarter than your kids. I just can't afford to prove it. I can't afford to get that little piece of paper that says that I am.
and it's annoying because it's like, to me, it shows a complete irresponsibility and like incompetence on the part of people in the Democratic establishment that they can't convey a message effectively. Because I would be the type of bitch that'd be like, do you understand this nigga is talking about what is it 97% of scientists is saying that we have at this point less than 12 years to do something to address climate change before we do, like it's irreversible. And I would play that every single day. Like I would be having press conferences that be like, this nigga is saying science is not real. There's no objective
Which
reality.
is so wild because their whole argument for like the abortion ban was that like life begins at this point
That
because
conception.
science says that this, and it's like, pick a side. Like, you cannot say that this is supported by science over here, but that this isn't real, even though science says so. Like, what the hell?
And even the science that they're quoting is like, there's literally like gynecologists who are like, I don't know what the fuck science they're talking about, bitch. That's a zygote. Like, bitch, that is, I don't know what you're talking about. That is not nobody's fucking baby. That is a zygote. Okay? Bitch, going back to biology. Like, it's just annoying. And I'm like, people in the Democratic establishment really piss me off because, I'm not gonna do that. But just know that I just hope that we all learn from 2016 and really are ready to make a change and have new energy.
And if you needed any evidence that Republican is not the way you necessarily want to lean, we can look at these impeachment trials, because the Republicans' whole argument was that we don't need to hear any witnesses or any evidence because we already know what happened.
Like, what is his name? Homeboy, Lamar Alexander, I think is what his name was. Whatever. He essentially said was the Democrats presented a case that proved their point that he did it, and they all have conceded that he did it. They just don't feel like based off what he did, it's impeachable. And it's like, but we weren't even having that conversation.
We were not.
We were saying, can we at least hear from other niggas about what the fuck went down? But you've made the decision at the point where we're trying to hear the terms of the case to debate the facts of the case. We can't even get to that point as a whole because you're saying that you don't even want to hear witnesses. You've already made up your mind before we even heard all the evidence.
Right.
So it's like,
my whole thing is you're hiding something. Because if you weren't, none of this it wouldn't be necessary for you to be like, no, we don't need to hear any of this. If you're so sure that what he did was not an impeachable offense, then let's just hear all of it. What is the harm in hearing it if it wasn't a big deal to you?
If it wasn't, if you think it's something that's going to, all this is just really fucking exhausting, and it's just sad because, again, to me, it's just another example of democratic incompetence. Because it's like, again, I would just be running ads every single day that said, we're supposed to be one of the most objective body that exists in terms of the court system and like the legal institution. These niggas don't even want to hear evidence.
Right.
Like,
the whole system was built on being objective. And what are we doing? We're not being objective.
Right. We're not being objective. They call us partisan all the time. Meanwhile, in a situation where we're supposed to be objective arbiters of reality and like empirical fact or objective fact, we can't even produce evidence and facts to prove the point that we're making because you don't want to hear it. Like, and run that as an ad all the time. Like, and then one of the things that irritates me about impeachment, because I remember Meghan McCain said this shit on fucking The View.
She's the fucking worst.
Girl, she was like, well, because people, how are we going to take seriously the thing of impeachment, like the call for impeachment, when people were calling for impeachment before this even happened? So it's like, y'all already did not want him to be in office, so, how are we supposed to legitimately hear that this, like, how are we to take this investigation as legitimate because you've already wanted him to be impeached before this whole situation with Ukraine happened? And then to me, it's just like, that's such like an absolute argument, in that when you frame the conversation like that, you make it so that anything that he does is not impeachable.
Right.
Like, and
also, who is y'all? Because like, y'all, the people, can feel any type of way they want to. It was the senators and the Congress around him that was like, oh, hey, this is an issue now. Let's look at this.
Right.
So like, Taylor, regular Taylor here on the streets can say, impeach this man. I don't like him. He needs to go.
Right.
That doesn't mean anything. It means something when Congress and the people around him start saying it. So you saying that y'all didn't want him here in the first place is a non-argument. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And it also, to me, it makes it so that there is nothing that he can do that is impeachable. There's nothing that he can do that's impeachable. And it's like this whole situation with Ukraine, it's like it was so egregious that it's like they had no choice but to. It's like they were dragging their feet to even do this shit. So what are you even talking about when you say that because people were calling for impeachment before this happened, it just devalues any call for impeachment? So then what the fuck is the purpose of impeachment in the
Right.
Constitution? Girl, I have had it. Okay, I've completely had it, and I just want people to know that as much shit as people give, liberals. I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily call myself a liberal. I'm more of like a leftist. But as much shit as people give people on the left as being like bleeding heart and being like, these people say things like lip tards. I read the comments on YouTube. That's why I know all this shit. Like there's one thing that you cannot say about the left is that we will always take a social problem and try to figure out a way to resolve it in a way that's going to mitigate as much damage as possible. That's a key feature of the left because we believe in collective will. We believe in a collective spirit. We believe in working together to achieve a goal. So again, my answer, like, please tell me what the Republican position is on some of these social problems that isn't individual responsibility, that actually will do something to address the problem in a way that's not going to cause more harm than is already being caused. Please tell me.
I don't think that there's ever going to be an answer. One,
Please.
because I'm pretty sure that the position is me and mine are good. So y'all worry about y'all.
Less governance, less government. Like, I'm sorry, I just had to get that off my spirit because like watching the debates and like watching everything that's going on with the Democratic primary, it's like I already know who my candidate is.
I do too. Did you see what happened in Iowa or see what is happening in Iowa? This shit is wild. Like, what's going on? Like, y'all are fucking up. And you're fucking up to the point where it's working for the other side. And I want y'all to get it together.
Yes, and it's really sad because it's like I don't want to, because when Trump can say things like, you see how they can't even hold their own fucking elections, and this is why we can't trust them with our healthcare system, and then there'll be merit to what the fuck he's saying because the shit is a mess.
Right.
It's like it's making us look. I look crazy. You allow me out the house looking crazy, bitch. What's tea? Like I can't. And I just want people to really think about 26. I'm gonna keep saying this because I'm trying to I'm trying to subliminally get you to understand where I'm going with this. Please really, really, really look at 2016 and learn from, that whole experience and make, really, really educated. Learn, in the words of Tyra Banks, learn something from this, okay?
And
Be quiet, Tiffany.
Take niggas at their word, okay? Take people for who they are when they show them to you. I was watching this video. I will put it on the Instagram if I can find it, of this old white man sitting in this golf cart that was just covered in signs that was like, Trump is a rapist. Trump is terrible. Trump is a sexual assaulter. And some white woman came up to him with a camera and was like, Trump is, what was it? It was like, Trump has admitted to sexual assault. And he was like, yeah, what you mean? Like, yes, he said that he grabs women by the pussy. And she's like, that means that he has done sexual assault? And I'm like, lady, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? If I grabbed you by the pussy right now, did I sexually assault you? Like,
Absolutely.
What the hell?
Yes, absolutely.
How do you y'all are not dumb. You're not dumb. There's no way that you can hear some shit and be like, no, that's not what that means. You're not dumb. Use your brains.
I think people honestly, it's like willful ignorance. They just don't want to believe that this is reality. And maybe my perspective has been colored by the fact that I've been watching Handmaid's Tale recently.
Ugh. I
Girl,
fucking love that show, but it scares the shit out of
when
me.
I tell you tears, tears, crying, like I cannot. And I haven't actually watched like full episodes on Hulu. I've been watching things on YouTube. Don't tell nobody. YouTube clips. Um, but like people really don't understand the capacity. Like the shit that happens abroad could happen here.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't understand that like fascism is a thing that could legitimately happen in the United States. In authoritarianism is something that could legitimately happen in the United States. So people really need to take it seriously. And if that's something that you do not believe in, you do not want to proliferate, you need to do something via your vote to
Mm-hmm.
do something to combat it.
Because the abortion ban could very quickly parlay into something like women don't have rights at all. You know, had not having rights over your own body is a really easy stepping stone into not having rights at all.
Yeah, it's like that's a logical conclusion. Like that's literally
And it's wild to me that those of you who are, pro NRA and are like, no, you're not allowed to take away our guns because it's just a step into telling us that we can't defend ourselves at all, don't understand that women not having rights over their bodies is the same thing.
because they're the same people. It's really I'm bereft. Okay, I'm without energy because it's just sad, and I just want people again. I'm gonna say it one more time. Please learn from 2016, and really, 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 think critically and reflect on what kind of world you want, and vote for that person who's gonna create the world that you want. Because I know who I'm voting for.
As do I. Our first podcast, November 3rd, if something stupid happens and Trump wins again, the very first thing that I'm saying is, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
How dare you, bitch? Be quiet, Tiffany. Okay, be quiet.
Ugh.
What's the time? How long?
We're at an hour. We could stop any moment.
I'm done. Okay, the weekly consumption. Do you have one?
I think so.
What have I been watching? What have I been consuming this week? I don't know. What have I
I've
been
been really into The Sims. I've been playing The Sims like crazy. I do know. Okay, so there is a YouTuber named Claire Siobhan, something like that. She's Irish. She does Sims like playthroughs. She creates stories and everything. She did one called Rags to Riches, where she started with one Sim who was from like a wealthy family but decided to like move out and do everything on her own.
Come
She was
on.
living in a tent on a lot. She didn't have any food. She had to go to like the park and wait for people to cook and then leave food behind. She was rummaging through trash
I
cans.
love that. Like,
She came back and her tent had blown away, so she was just sleeping outside in the grass. She didn't have a toilet. She was peeing in a bush, and throughout the like series, it was like a 20-part series. Each episode like 30 minutes long. Throughout the series, she ended up like with a really nice house, like a farm style house with her own farm. She married a guy. She had a couple kids. Like she had her own bakery. It was so cute.
yeah.
She literally started with 0 simoleons and made shit happen.
I live for the Rags to Riches is like my favorite kind of
Playthrough.
like sim storyline. Like when people do a Rags to Riches kind of playthrough, I really like because that's why I fuck with he used to be Sim Supply. I fuck with his because he does multiple Rags to Riches. He did one with like an an artist, and obviously she was a painter, and then she made this huge. He designed this huge fucking like art gallery, and it was sickening, and it was like industrial, and there was like exposed brick, and it was multi-level. Like it was so sickening. I fucking love the Sim Supply. My weekly consumption is so I have been like obsessed with reality TV show fights.
Okay.
And I've been watching
I just want to. Okay, when I met you, we were doing Color Guard, and the Sharkeisha No video came out where she literally just beat the crap out of this girl. And we were watching this video, and you were like cringing, and you were like, "Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I don't like when people fight. I can't stand it. I don't want to watch it." Fast forward to now.
I mean, I still am that way. I really don't be liking when people fight because it's like, bitch, why are you fighting? Like, I don't. I just. To me, it's hard to imagine like feeling that passionate about something that you really want to throw hands and put hands on bodies.
I can relate.
You can
I can
relate.
to feeling that passionate and wanting to put hands on people. Yes,
Oh wow.
I can relate.
I mean, maybe I'm just not a violent person, but
I don't ever get to the point where I do put my hands on people. Haven't yet, anyway. But I'm not opposed because you got me fucked up.
I'm not opposed. I'm in the words of Idina Menzel, I'm not that girl, and I don't know, but I've been watching reality TV show fights, and I was just like, there are some legendary moments in reality TV that like I cannot. Like I was watching, the fight between it was on Love and Hip Hop, and this was the fight between Tammy and Duffy, bitch. And essentially, Tammy was about like had to go through 8,755 bitches to get to Duffy, and I almost thought that she pushed Duffy over the edge of the fucking balcony because they were on like this. I watched the reunion. They were on like the sixth level of this fucking, I guess it was like some compound outside in this like breakfast area eating, and they got into this fight, and she was about to push her over the fucking thing, like, and I was watching Bad Girls Club fights, and I forget who
Those
was
are my favorite.
bitch
I fucking love Bad Girls Club.
when that girl put the bleach in the girl's contacts.
That was a lot. I do remember that. Was that Stasia?
She said either confess, confess, or get this ass whooping. She said, Stassi, you have no idea who put the bleaching contacts. She said, I have every idea. I said, oh my God, I live for this. And then fucking threw the drink at her face and really started punching her.
I have every idea.
I know exactly who did it.
I also enjoyed when Judy threw the cereal in the bed. I made you breakfast in bed.
Oh my God. I didn't see that. That one wasn't on there. But I'm like, bitches are really out here fighting. When they fight in Love and Hip Hop, that kind of scares me because it's like they seem the type to really take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
when I was watching the reunion and Cardi B and her sister were really out here getting to fights with bitches on the stage, I was like, these seem like the type of people that will really like have goons and will really start shooting over this shit. And I'm like, okay,
Especially Cardi B, yes.
I'm like, please, let's not. Please, let's just everyone just calm down, okay? Please. Like I can't. But I was watching reality TV moments and getting my life. I was watching when my favorite video is between OG and Evelyn. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yes. I watched that whole saga because Evelyn is somebody that I would have to put hands on if I ever had an interaction with her as well. She be doing the most.
OG got her together. Collected her right on up. Okay? Collected her right on up and said, let me just place you right on over here. Because they had that little spat outside, and she was supposedly printing these receipts of Twitter DMs between her and OG
Cinco.
and Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
And she was like, that little leaned forward and said, what is this? Oh, wait, let me get my phone so I can show you the text messages. And then she was like, oh, this is back from 2017. And then OG was like, oh, no, we actually met in 2011. Everybody got real quiet.
Evelyn's face!
She said, oh. And I was like, oh.
Oh.
And then she said, she read the messages, and he kept saying, hey, babe, hey, babe, hey, babe. And then she said what everyone else was saying. Evelyn wants to be black.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then we got to the reunion, and Shawnee was like, it's not that we don't like her because she's dark-skinned. We just don't like her because she's unpredictable, and she likes to fight. Evelyn is your best friend.
You know what? And I made this point in my sister group chat with my other friends. And don't go friends.
Damn.
My other friends. And
You have friends?
Don't do that. And it's just wild how and I feel like, I mean, anyone can say this, but colorism is really a thing because Shawnee O'Neal really went under the radar. And it's like light skin privilege is like a whole thing. But because I feel like of light skin privilege, Shawnee O'Neal really went under the radar in terms of her involvement in instigating a whole bunch of mess on Love and Hip Hop. It's like
Basketball
Wives, sorry. Because it's like there would be times where legitimately everyone was cool, chilling, but Shawnee had to be the one to add mess to the situation.
Shawnee was also an executive producer, so she had to make her show interesting.
But also, like,
That's not a justification. I'm just saying that's why she was doing that shit.
But it's also like, but then don't make it seem like, because she also has this air like she's above the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like, bitch, no, you are the bullshit. Because I remember there was a scene where I was watching where this was, I think, the one season where Tammy came on because she felt like the I think it was the LA girls needed a little bit more life, a little bit more spice. So they went on this boat and they were just playing games, or like they were doing truth or dare, so they was asking like questions. And I think it was Brandy asked Tammy. Tammy asked Brandy asked Tammy if she was bi or if she ever had, like, had sex with a woman before. They're laughing, kikiing, and then all of a sudden, Shawnee gonna come in and say, "So Brandy, how do you really feel about us?" And it's like, bitch, we weren't talking about anything of that level, bitch.
At all.
Like, we were just talking about, cute little shit. Why are you trying to make it extra serious for no reason? Starting mess. And then in that OG situation, she obviously had a favoritism towards Evelyn and was making it seem like OG is really just like this animal who's just like ready to like fight and fuck niggas up and choke bitches, which, I mean, I think she is. But
I don't think she is, though. I think Evelyn really put her to that point. Evelyn really pushed her there.
right. I mean, what I mean by that is I think OG is definitely about it, and they were scared
yes.
because she was about it.
Yes.
Like, she
Yes.
said, "Okay, let's fuck talking, let's throw hands." And Evelyn was like,
Because Evelyn likes to pretend that she's about it, and I don't believe that she is.
because I still think if her and Royce got into that fight, bitch, it really would have been over for Evelyn. I in my whole
Because Royce was another one they did like OG. Royce said, "What's up?" And they said, "Oh no, you're off the show."
I can't.
But Evelyn can say what's up, and she gets to come back over and over and over again.
Girl.
Because she not really about it. They not really worried that she gonna cause some sort of liability issue.
But that's what my weekly consumption. I've been really consuming that, and my brain cells have just deteriorated into nothingness.
All right, guys. We hope you had a good time. This is kind of a long episode, but you didn't get one last week, so Merry Christmas. We will see you next week, most likely. Make sure you hit us up on Instagram. We will link all the things we said that we would link, and yeah.
Goodbye.
Send me birthday money. Goodbye.
Bye.